If you haven't already seen the video, I will link it here. I'm in a health flare-up, and I have been for a while. I haven't been filming videos, I haven't been editing videos. I've been posting the things that I've had edited in the hard drives just waiting to be posted because I overwork myself. I've actually not been well enough to do anything recently. And the thing with having a chronic illness is, well, it's chronic. So no matter how hard I try and like get rid of it, no matter how much I rest and I get rid of my symptoms and I go up and down, no matter how much time goes by, I still have symptoms. It chops and changes, so sometimes it's like really debilitating. Like currently, I'm only out of bed for like probably 2 hours in the day. I'm pretty much just incapacitated and we're not sure why. And then other times I do feel okay and it chops and changes, but it's always there. It's always lingering in the background, and it's always going to be something that has been part of me and that is going to be part of me. And that is sometimes hard to accept. It's hard to acknowledge the fact that it's not going anywhere. I've been feeling really shit recently. I don't have a good enough word for that. But I don't know, I've just been struggling, both with my health and my mental health. I think my content recently, and it's not that it has been false, it's not been a false reality, but it's been the highlights, definitely. And I think this year, 2024, has been an incredible year so far, but I'm now looking back on it and thinking, did I do too much? And this is something that is really difficult because pacing, which is trying to slow yourself down so that there's less of these boom and bust cycles that go up and down and it's like chaos. You try and do less of that and more of just settling within your boundaries and not pushing yourself too hard and crashing. I feel like back in January, February, March, when I was going on trips, I was going down to London, even though I felt like I was recovering from them, I don't think I was. I think I've been burnt out for a while and not realising, which is annoying. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to say because I know that I need to pace myself. I know that I need different things and I can't keep up with the expectations and, you know, the fast hustle-paced life that a lot of people live nowadays. I know that I can't do that. I know that I have chronic illness and that I am disabled, so, you know, I can't really do as much or the same things as other people. But it's hard not to push yourself. I don't want to miss out on life. I think this is definitely FOMO. It's really hard to get past. I don't think you do get past it. You just have to learn to live with it and not let it control you. But there's so much fear of missing out because you have to hold yourself back in order to stay healthy or within the means that you can function. I don't want to pass up on opportunities. I don't want to hold myself back and not go to gymnastics, which I haven't been able to do for months and it's really making me sad, but I know that I'm probably not going to be able to go back for a really long time. And it does make me sad. I really try and focus on like what I can do and building people up and advocacy and, you know, like finding a community, like all the good stuff, and those things are good. Like there's a lot of positive get your arse out the way, dude. I do focus on the positive, which is good, but also I think it's important that we share and I share that it's hard sometimes. It's not all good. I mean, a lot of being disabled isn't good. Being disabled and having symptoms and being in pain and being chronically fatigued and having all these things that we have to deal with is not good. It's not positive. It's not fun. And we don't want it. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this life. But, you know, that's what I've got. So a lot of my perspective and my content and the things that I put out and the things that I believe are very, I'm gonna make the most out of what I do have type mindset. And I do love that, but at the minute I'm just struggling. It's really hard losing progress. I don't know whether to call it losing progress because I guess it just does go up and down, but I have regressed so much. I've deteriorated, like my health. I don't know what's going on. We're asking doctors at the minute. I'm gonna probably get a blood test soon just to try and see what is happening because my body just isn't working. I just can't function. I'm collapsing all the time. I got stuck on my living room floor the other day and everybody else was upstairs in my house, and so I was stuck and couldn't move and I was completely collapsed for like an hour and I had no way of contacting anybody. And it's times like that when I just sit and I think, what? Why? why is this my life? Why is this what is going on? You know, what did I do to deserve this is a thought that comes up a lot. And it's not that I did anything to deserve this. None of us disabled people ask for this. Oi, don't bite me. We're having a very important chat. Like, I didn't ask for this. And I think that's a really hard thing for us to accept, is that it is just shit. There's no reasoning behind it. There's no, like, thing we can do about it. It's just, you know, some people have disabilities and some people don't. And it isn't fair. And life isn't fair. I thought this was going to be a lot more uplifting, I'm not going to lie. But I guess I just want to say that don't put pressure on yourself if you can't keep up with either the expectations that you've set yourself or the expectations of just life around you and people around you and career, whatever it is. It's okay to feel behind. I constantly feel behind. Like, all of the people my age, all my friends, the people I went to school with, they've all gone to university or gotten jobs, and they're out doing stuff and travelling and going places and moving out, and it feels like they're doing these really adult things that I can't do. I say this a lot to my family. I talk to my mum about this and she always replies with, but you're doing so much as well. And I think it's really difficult for us to acknowledge the things that we are doing, especially if they're different. The things that disabled people have as achievements often aren't the same life achievements and goals that other people have. I feel instantly so much more confident when I have my hair down. This is something that I've been struggling with recently, is because I don't have the energy to properly get up and dressed. I'm up and dressed today, I'm wearing eyeliner, I have my makeup on, and I haven't cried it off yet, so, you know, it's a great day. Something that's hard is like not being able to even get up and get dressed and just sitting in bed all day because you can't physically do anything else. You don't have the energy to do anything else. So I've been trying to get myself up and dressed, feeling like a normal functioning human being, just so that I don't lose sight of myself, because it's hard to take care of your mental health when you have all these things physically limiting you. You know, you're limited with your independence, and like I was saying about the moving out and going to uni, I can't do those things, so it feels like I'm not achieving the usual goals in life. It feels like I'm being held back and I have to say no to a lot of opportunities and cancel plans and stop doing things just to function, and even then I'm not functioning. So it makes it really hard to take care of your mental health. It makes it hard to feel good and not feel depressed. If you're stuck in a room all day, every day, feeling crap, having symptoms, having seizures, being chronically fatigued and having pain all over your body, it's really hard not to feel shit. I guess I just wanted to share those thoughts. I don't know when this will go up because I'm not actually up to editing things at the moment. I'm just struggling to keep up with things, but that's okay. And a lot of you have been so lovely telling me, like, go rest, don't worry about content, and I am doing that. I'm trying to rest more. Another thing about being in a flare-up is that all the autistic things, like sensory issues, the feelings of things like my hair being down, it's all, what's the word? Like, made so much worse. It's exacerbated so much, so intensely by being flared up, because my mental health drops, because I'm not getting out, I'm really irritable, and I just want to do things and I can't do them, so then I feel frustrated and annoyed and I sit here and then all the little things start to annoy me. But I think it is a relatable feeling, especially for people who maybe don't quite understand their illness yet, or if they're still learning how to pace. Definitely me. I'm an overworker, overachiever, grade A student who does everyone's homework instead of just their own. I'm that person. And so that person not being able to function or even do basic tasks like having a shower and, you know, going out or walking, it hits quite hard. It's a hard reality to accept, and that's not something that I talk about enough. It's difficult. It's really hard to accept. I want to do gymnastics. I want to move out. I want to go and learn and get qualifications and do things and travel and see people and see places and do everything. But I can't. I can do some things. I can adapt, and I know I am capable. I know that me, myself, I'm creative, I'm smart, I'm capable, I love doing things, but I can only function within my conditions, limitations, because if I push myself too far, I get really, really unwell. And a lot of neurotypical people, a lot of non-disabled people, able-bodied people, they don't quite understand that because they're about the hustle culture and you've got to push yourself, you've got to be motivated, resilient, don't quit. But for us chronically ill people, quitting a task early, stopping doing things, holding ourselves back actually gives us independence. It allows us to progress, and we can't progress if we keep pushing ourselves too far. I guess I just wanted to say that that's what's going on. That's where I'm at the minute. And life is weird. Life is hard. I'm hoping that this flare-up is caused by like an illness or an infection or a vitamin deficiency or something simple that they can give me medication for and bring me up to at least like my normal baseline, which yes is below an able-bodied person's baseline. I still have FND, I still have Tourette's. It's still below, but I want to get back up to that baseline because like if this is a normal healthy person's baseline, mine's probably like here, and I kind of zigzag in between here. Right now, I'm like here. I'm like in bed, incapacitated most days, just like sobbing. As sad as that sounds, that is what days look like right now. And I don't think it should be embarrassing to admit that. I don't think it should be embarrassing to admit that you are struggling. I'm struggling. Because it's not my fault. It's not my fault that my body doesn't work. I shouldn't be embarrassed to share that that is my reality. And that is the reality of a lot of other people. So if you're also going through something similar and you're feeling held back or you're feeling FOMO or like you're not independent and you can't do things and you're frustrated, I see you. I feel it. I feel it, and you are definitely not alone. The sad days are also valid. It's okay to feel the emotions. I'm feeling so many emotions, so many things. I'm feeling pain as well. Feeling a lot, but I'm hoping that days will start to improve. I'm just looking outside right now. I keep looking over here because that is my window, and it is the most beautiful summer day today. The sun shining. All the leaves are like bright green because the sun is everywhere and it's blue sky, and I'm not well enough to go outside. I can't go for a walk. I just want to go outside, go to the forest, walk my dog, and I physically can't do that, and I know that if I tried I would probably collapse and it wouldn't be safe, and then I'd flare myself up and it'd take even longer to get out of this flare up and recover from it. But I just want to go outside. I just want to do things. That's where I'm at. And that's also why I've not been uploading as much. But thank you for being lovely and patient and understanding that this is just where I'm at. And I'm doing as much as I can do. That's a lie. I'm trying not to hit my limit. I'm doing as much as I can without it affecting me, without it being too much. So that amounts to not a lot. And my priority at the minute is just my own mental health. Getting outside like once a day in my wheelchair, asking my mum to like push me around a shop or something. I'm just trying to do the tiny little things and really enjoy those, because improving my mental health, I'm hoping, will start to improve my physical health as well. I'm going to try and sit out in my garden and enjoy the sun in a way that I can and that won't flare me up. I'm going to continue reading. I've been reading this at the minute, rereading 5 Feet Apart, which is one of my all-time favourite books. I finished it last night, so I'm now moving on to another book on my Kindle, which I need to choose. But things like reading, that is what I'm spending my time doing. I will see you next Sunday, hopefully, or another Sunday. I'll see you at some point whenever I can get a video up and I feel well enough. I hope that was in some way comforting or relatable to some of you, and I hope you're all doing okay and not struggling quite as much. But if you are, I'm sending you lots of spoons, lots of hugs. I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you did like it. I'm going to be posting a lot more content when I'm well enough. I have so many things I want to edit. I'm not well enough to edit them, but when I am, there will be so much more coming. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it. I'll see you next time. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.